Hey, good morning, Don. A quick demo video for you for your Starkiller by KY Sabers. As you know, I just got this done this morning. This is installed with a Proffie. You've got CC Sabers in here for your lit PCB. This has the crystal that came with the saber, so I left that in there, but it has its own NeoPixel accent underneath the saber. How you get to your chassis is you want to take this guy out and just unscrew it. I'm just hand tightening it now. I don't really find a need to crank this with an Allen key, so you can kind of hand tighten that. Take that out, grab your saber, or your handle rather, and pull the handle straight out. We've got a few extra blinkies in your chassis because, as you know, on your handle you've got two cutouts. So you've got this one that goes across here like this, and then you've got a slight gash in here. So I put a few LEDs on the actual board to try to catch that gash, but I did catch all of this cut out right here. Okay, I've got the black LED strips that you sent me because I don't typically carry these because I use the white ones for blades. So I got these in the mail. Obviously, I'm going to send this roll back to you in case you ever want it for a different project because this is all the ones I didn't use. You've got, how many pixels is that? There's a 6 pixel accent strip right here, and that's for that main cutout in the handle. This chassis is made out of carbon fiber. This is the first carbon fiber one that I printed. It's got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker in the back, fully enclosed, so it's nice and loud. A removable battery setup, and then I gave you a little board cover right here. So what you want to do, it does have 2 magnets. It's got one here and one here, obviously. You'll see that better when you get it in person. But it's also a press fit. So just come over here with your finger and you can pop it right off. And you've got access to your board. I was able to put an additional 3 pixel accent on your Proffie. And it's wired in line with this strip right here. So there's 3 blade styles per font. And you'll find a copy of the config file on your SD card. And it goes in order. First is your blade, then it's your crystal, and then it's all these blinkies on the chassis. Okay. This has the stock font package on it minus the Starkiller font. So you'll see what I did there. On the stock fonts, everything will match. But on the Starkiller font, I went in and I made everything do a little something different so that you could see it was wired separately. You look in here, you've got access to your SD card and your micro USB. Never have to move the board. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and we'll throw the board cover back on. It is a snap fit, like I said, but then again, the magnets are the magnets are there to assist in holding it in place, but it stays in really well. I did some light weathering with some bronze rub and buff. I didn't go too crazy on it. I just didn't want it to be clean looking. All right, so we'll throw a battery in this guy.
Check out that noise. I think Lord Vader's experiment just got loose.
As you can see, I got your crystal pulsing, and these guys are doing a little something different as well. You do have to hit the switch up top is your activation and bottom is your auxiliary. So you do have to hit this to turn it on. But I gave you twist off. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll throw the handle on. Just line it up with that hole right there. And then you can come through and you can put this screw back in. I've got these blinkies on a timer, so it won't kill your battery if you don't turn it on right away. Just take your time lining that hole up, so it's not difficult to put this in. This will probably time out. Yeah, it just timed out. So we'll turn it back on. So due to the placement of this gash, because it's off to the side of the chassis, and I didn't want to mess with the integrity of the battery holder, did not light this gash up very well. All right, but I did get this entire one right here. So the extra blinkies on your Proffie board will just be for when you take the handle off and you can see it through the cutouts in the board cover. But mainly we just got this one right here. Very loud. Everything reacts to auxiliary being pressed. We went blade lock up. And then goes back to that. We'll throw a blade in here. You've got 2 blade retention screws. Let me turn this light on real quick. You've got one right here and one right here. I left both of those in there for you so that you could use them if you wanted to. Typically, I'd only use one, but depending on how hard you want to swing this guy around, you know, they're both there for use in case you need them. So we'll back those out a little bit. Again, I'm going to hand crank these on the blade for the sake of the demo. But if you plan on doing any swinging around, it's really best to just go ahead and use an Allen key. All right. Good flash on flash. Auxiliary is holding, or blade lockup rather, is holding the auxiliary button and hitting the saber. Just like that. And now we'll go to a stock font. Or actually, before we do that, let's play the soundtrack. So play your soundtracks. You want to do a long press on your power. And another long press to turn it off. Oops, not long enough. Just like that. To change sound fonts, just hit auxiliary.
Teensy.
Now on the stock font package, everything will match.
Smooth Jedi.
If you want to change color, hold down Aux and hit power. You hear that noise, and then you can just twist the saber. It's kind of green. You finally just hit power. This is kind of a lime green, but you can play with it close enough, right? And then when we turn it back on, we've got that color.
Smooth gray.
I think this might be the fire blade. Yep. So it lights up really well. Everything's lighting up really well. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and take the blade out. Yeah, everything's working like it should. Hopefully you like the way it came out. When you're all done, of course, we'll just take the handle off. Pull it right out. From the positive side of the battery over here by the speaker, you should be able to pull it out with your finger just like that. But that's basically your Starkiller by KY Saber. Let me know if you got any questions, and if not, I'll get this out in the mail to you tomorrow morning. All right, thanks.